Hey everyone, and welcome to Statistics Lesson number 2. Today we're going to look at measures of central tendency. So our measures of central tendency are going to be our mean, median, mode, and range. So we're going to learn how to find these four values and what they really mean to us. So the mean. The mean is the average value. So how we find the average is we take all the values that we have, add them together, and divide by how many values there are. You can think of this as kind of your grades. The way you find out your final grade is you take your grades, add them together, and divide by how many there are. Median. The median is going to be the middle. If you know what the median of a road is, it's the middle of the road. That's where the median is found. So it's going to be the middle term. Now, before we find our median, we have to get our data in order from least to greatest. Then we can find our middle term. Sometimes there's going to be two numbers in the middle. We're going to see what happens when we have two numbers in the middle and we have to find the median between those. Mode. Mode is going to be the term that occurs the most often. So if any number appears more than all the other numbers, that's the mode. We can have two modes. We can have three modes. We could have no modes. So if there's no number that appears more often than others, then there's no mode. Range. To find the range, we want to do the biggest number minus the smallest number. We're finding the distance between the biggest and smallest number to see how spread out our data is. If this is our data, if it could be test scores, it could be anything really, bowling scores, we have 85, 81, 78, 78, and 78. Let's look at finding the mean first. So finding the mean, we said we have to add up all the values. If you take 85, 81, 78, 78, 78, and add those together, it's going to give us a total sum of 400. Now, our average is not 400. None of these scores are even close to 400. We have 5 scores here that add up to 400, so we have to take this value and divide by 5. If we take 400 and divide by 5, it works out nicely to an average or mean of 80. Now the mode. The mode we said was the one that occurs the most often. If you look at this, 85 occurs one time, 81 occurs one time, but there's 3 78s. Since there's 3 78s and only one of every other value, our mode for this set of data is going to be 78. The median. So the median we said was going to be the middle term. Looking at this data, now it's from greatest to least, but we always want to just set it up least to greatest. We're going to see why once we look at our quartiles. We have 78, 78, 78 again, 81, and 85. Okay. To find the median term, we want to look in the middle. Easy way to do this is we cancel one out on the top and on the bottom. Then another one. We see that our middle term here is 78. That's going to be our median. The range. We saw that the range is the greatest value minus the smallest value. So looking here, our largest value is 85, and we want to subtract 78 from that. So the distance from our largest value to our smallest value, when we subtract 85 minus 78, we get 7. That's our range. Pretty small range since these scores are going to be pretty close to each other. Looking at this set of data, we have now more numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 numbers here. Finding the mean. Same thing, we add them together. 61 plus 47 plus 55 plus 57 plus 58 plus 47 plus 59 plus 63. This gives us a grand total of 447. Now, the last time we divided by 5 because there were 5 terms. Here we had 8 terms. We need to divide by 8. 447 divided by 8 is going to give us 55.875. That's our mean for this set of data. Now the mode. What I like to do is normally if I have multiple, like 8 items, 10 items, 12 items, anything like that, I actually like to find the median first. Find the median will let us set up our data so we can see how many of each there is, rather than looking for, well, there's 147 here, there's 147 here, 55 here, and go through all of them that way. So if we find the median, we list them from least to greatest. So we have 47, 47 again, 55, 57, 58, 59, 61, and 63. Not a bad idea once you write them down to count. We know we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the top. We should have all of them here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have them all. Find the median. Cross out the lowest with the highest. Next, next, next. Now, we are left with 2 in the middle. I can't cancel out the 57 and just make it 58. Then I've canceled out 4 on this side and only 3 on this side. So what I need to do is see what number is in between 57 and 58. You might be able to tell that between 57 and 58 is going to be 57.5. Another way to do this is to add these two together, and then we can divide it by 2. So if we add these two together, we get 115. Divided by 2 gives us our 57.5. Now, finding the mode. Since we put them all in order, it's easy to see how many there are of each. 47 appears the most. That is our mode. Our range. Let's make that 7. Our range. We have 63 was the largest, minus 47. And 63 minus 47 gives us 16. That is our range. Alright guys, hopefully this was helpful. I will see you guys in class.